Hello there, Camille here with another tutorial. This one is how to make my Mandala artist book, which is a coloring project. So you get the PDF and then you color it and then you cut it out and put it together. The book is a petal fold book with the mandalas on each of the sides. So to start out, you'll need the following materials. And after you print out the PDF, you want to go ahead and color it. And then after you color it, you want to cut it out. And with this one, you've got to cut out just a little bit different because you're going to have some circles. You'll notice that two of the circles have a corner on them, and the third one is just a complete circle without a corner. We'll begin by covering the cover. I'm going to use glue. You could use glue stick or glue. You want to put glue on the back of the cover. Then you want to glue the turn ends. I like to get glue on the board as well as the paper. These are tiny little turn ends, but they'll still work. I've posted all the measurements for the book if you don't want to get the PDF underneath the video. So that gives you the centimeters and the inches if you're interested in just doing the book without buying the PDF. If you'd like to get the PDF, just check it out from my link. I'm going to use a bone folder just to kind of press these all flat. Nice and flat. And then if you have the time, you can put them under a weight. Now we're going to fold the petal pages, and to do that it's the same way that we've done in some of my other tutorials, but there's a slight difference. You really need to make sure that when you fold the circles that you're folding them exactly in half, or you'll get off. So let's begin by folding the square pages. We're going to go ahead and fold in half in both directions. Then we're going to flip the page over to the back side and fold in a diagonal. And you don't need to worry about which way's up because this is just a pattern. You're going to open it back out and you're going to take your finger from the back and push it forward. When you do that, the paper begins to collapse down into what I call a mouth. Burnish those folds. And there you have it. So there's our first one. Let's go ahead and fold the second one, once again, in half both directions. Now we're ready to fold the circles. And folding the circles, remember I just said we need to make sure we fold them exactly in half. So we'll fold them this direction, open it back out. And we want that other fold to be perpendicular, so we want this fold to line up with this fold. Then we will flip it over and fold a diagonal, and once again we want these folds to line up. Open it back out from the back, push, and we have our first page here. And you want to burnish the for the pages with the corner on them, you want to make sure that you fold the cross in half so that that corner, the edge of the corner, is where the fold lines up. So we want this fold to line up with the edge of that corner, and then we want to open it back out, and we do want to do the same thing. So we want the straight part of the fold to line up with this. So we have a nice square here. So we flip it over and do the diagonal, and for this you want the diagonal to not go through the corner. You want the diagonal to go through the other side. So the diagonal will be up, and you want to try to line up the folded edges, those fold lines here with the one that's here, those nicely lined up, and then open it back out. When you push, you'll end up collapsing, and then burnish the folds. Do it one more time. Now we're ready to put our text blocks together. I hear that I'm getting serenaded by my birds. That's what you hear in the distance. Whenever I talk, they sing to me. So we're going to put this in the order in which we want to glue it. You can choose which one you want on either end, but you want to have the corners on either end. This one without any corners, just the round circle goes in the center, and then the two square pages are this second and the fourth page. So we'll start out with our first page. We want the corner to be at the bottom. We're going to put glue just on this area of the circle. And then we're going to glue the blue square sheet to it. We want to make sure that the openings go in the opposite direction. So the opening for my circle goes this direction. So we want the opening to my square to go in the opposite direction. We're going to lay it on top so the square lines up with the page below. So we've got it nice, even. And now we're ready to add the third page. For the third page, we're going to want to continue this alternating opening. So the third page, we want it to open this direction, since our square is opening this direction. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put glue just on the circle area. And we're going to keep adding the pages to the text block until you have glued all 5 pages, alternating them as you go. To be pressed a little bit. So the opening goes this way, this opening will go this way. When you add the last page, you're going to want the opening to go the opposite direction, and you want the corner to be on the top. So for the last one, we'll glue this side. And there you have it. Let's put the text block into the cover. Put glue on either side. Doesn't matter, the cover doesn't have a right side up. So you can glue it in. It's just a pattern cover. And that is the Mandala Petal Fold book. Thanks for watching.